What's going on, golf addicts? It is the Honda week. This is the betting show. We're the Tour Junkies. I'm DB, Pat Perry with me, coming at you for the Honda Classic, talking outright bets. At the end of the show, we're going to give our top 26 pack, 2 top 20 locks, 1 long shot over 4-1 as a top 20 each. We're going to cover the whole range of the outright betting board, talk a little Honda. But Pat, before we do, what the hell is on your face?
Uh, well, DB, it's been a rough go for me the last few
Yes.
weeks. Ever since Colin Morikawa just totally effed me the first week of the season when I thought I had a winner on the betting card, and so I'm kind of ready for a resurgence, DB. I need to be born again. All right. And
Yes.
it's something that it signifies rebirth because I'm a little depressed. I need a rebirth, DB.
Mm-hmm.
A butterfly. Okay, a butterfly. They're like a little ugly, squirrely looking caterpillar, just scooching along on a log, and then they build this nice little cocoon on the side of a stick, and then they become this beautiful butterfly.
Isn't that wild?
It's wild. Crazy. And so I got a butterfly tattooed on my face, DB, because it represents rebirth, and I'm ready to have a good week here at the Honda. And it's a random week. We don't know what's going to happen at the Honda. Now, you and I have had some great success at the Honda, some great success. But it's just a random week. There's all kinds of carnage, and I'm just going to go with guys that I feel good about. There may be some data that doesn't work out with them. I mean, they may have terrible course history. I don't know. They may be bad. Their recent form may be bad. I don't care. I'm just going to play them. All right?
Yeah.
That's what I did with Sepp Straka. That's what I did with Matt Jones, and you did with Matt Jones when we had them both on our cards a couple years ago, okay? Yeah. So that's what I'm going to do, and the butterfly is going to change things for me. This butterfly is the butterfly of rebirth. Its name is Honda. It's Honda the butterfly.
Honda the butterfly.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Yeah, listen, we covered this in the DFS show, the beginning of the DFS show. I had to give Pat a big old pep talk.
I needed it.
But listen, this is our event. This is our event. We have hit Keith Mitchell at 150 to 1 in 2019. We have hit Matt Jones. Each of us had him on our betting card at 150 to 1 2 years ago. Pat had Sepp Straka at 150 to 1 last year. Also, Pat had Johnny Vegas at 100 to 1 first round leader. I think the year Keith Mitchell won. Mm-hmm. We have been all over this event, but here's the deal. Here's the secret with this event that no betting show is going to tell you. Okay. The research, right? Just F it. F the data. Your stats, your course history, your recent form, your models, F it all, because none of it matters. PGA National is the most highly variant piece of golf course on the PGA Tour. Yeah. I said it earlier. It's like playing the U.S. Open course, but eliminate the top 50 players in the field and then tell me who's going to win. You can't. Okay. So course history is not going to add up. I think every winner here for the last 7 or 10 winners has had a miscut within 3 years of their win. It's going to happen. There is no sure thing at the Honda. So you can get weird, and we're going to get weird. We've already gotten weird. Pat has a Honda the butterfly tattooed on his face. Yeah. Thank God there's no John Rahm, though. Thank the Lord that he is at home milking his kids with his teats. Maybe he's relieving the wife. In 2023, I think they say men can do that now. So maybe he's milking the babies for the week, and he's avoided the Honda. Thank God, get him out of here.
He's milking the baby.
I got nipples, Greg. Can you milk me? I don't know. I'm just glad he's not here. So, top of the betting board. We're brought to you by our friends at Front. How about that transition?
We're brought to you by our friends. We have friends.
Brought to you by our friends at front9coffee.com. Those are our friends for sure. And if you love coffee and if you love golf and you love supporting the Tour Junkies, that all merges together to send your little ass to front9coffee.com. Front9coffee.com. Promo code TJ10 gets you 10% off of any order and every order. You can use it over and over again, people. You can use it over and over again. That's beautiful. That's a beautiful thing. You can get some of Pat's coffee right here, the Bump and Run dark roast espresso. It's a lovely cup of joe. You know, it's a little strong. It'll get you going. But then you can also buy mine, David's Large Bucket of Nuts. It's a hazelnut blend. It's nutty, tastes delicious. Mine is winning the race of coffee orders at the moment. So thank you to all those of you who supported us. But support a local small business right here in Augusta, Georgia that loves coffee and loves golfers. Go to front9coffee.com. There's a link in the description of this podcast as well as this YouTube video. Click it. Get yourself some fresh coffee delivered to your door within just a couple of days. They roast it after you order it. And support the Tour Junkies and support Front 9 Coffee. They're good people. Top of the board, Pat, this is real easy, you know? Top of the betting board, 25-1 or shorter. You know, I mean, obviously we're not betting Sung Jae at 8-1. I mean, we didn't bet John Rahm at 8-1. We're not going to bet Sung Jae at 8-1 in this field. It's not going to happen. He's a former winner. If he wins, oh well. We're not going to do it. I have two names in here that I would even consider betting, but I'm probably not going to have either one of these guys on my card. The first one is a guy that I just love. His name is Aaron Wise. I love him. I've loved him. I'm high on him for this year. Despite a poor start for Aaron Wise, I'm still bullish on his season. Pretty sure he's moved out here to this area. He's a local, kind of familiar with the spot. Sure, that's good. Whatever. He's played here well before. Sure, whatever. But there's three things I'm looking for here with the outright bets. Can they win, even in this field? And for the most part, anybody can. There's really not too many names in here. Thank God Patrick Rogers already withdrew, so he saved us from ourselves by doing that. But for the most part, can they win? Which most of them can. Are they really good iron players, and are they really good around the green? Because those are the two biggest skill sets you have to have around PGA National to get it done. And Aaron Wise, long-term, is great at both of those. He just hasn't been good at those in 2023. He's 25-1. I'll take it. And then Min Woo Lee, the Australian bomber, loves him some difficult courses, has been playing fantastic outside of the PGA Tour. I believe Min Woo Lee could get it done at 25-1, but still probably not going to throw anything down on those two numbers.
Okay. Who'd you say before Min Woo Lee?
Wise.
Oh, yeah, Wise. Because you kind of skipped over a guy that I thought you were going to say. Alex Noren at 25-1. I think you can bet Alex Noren this week.
Dude, I have played that dude the last two. I've bet him at least one out of the last 2 weeks. Played him in DFS both of the last 2 weeks. Killed me.
Freaking killed me. But that's why you get weird and you.
I know. Yeah, you're right. You're right. That is.
You go back to Noren. Here's another guy that I think we didn't even talk about him, DB, on the DFS show, but Chris Kirk is at 25-1.
I love Chris Kirk here, but
it's almost like he's too good to be true. Like things actually add up that you should play Chris Kirk. Like he finished top 10 here last year. He's got a couple top 5s this year in this form. I missed his last cut, but still.
I care way more about the form. I mean, the form coming in is nice. Where was his last miscut? It wasn't.
Well, he missed the cut at the Phoenix.
Whatever. Like that's.
But I mean, he was third at American Express. He was third at the Sony.
Yeah.
Chris Kirk makes some sense.
Yeah,
he's a good ball striker. He's great on approach. Avoids a lot of bogeys.
Okay, but Pat,
I know I'm making a lot of sense here.
No, here's the thing. Like Chris Kirk last won on the PGA Tour in 2015. Okay.
Oh,
and here's my thing. Here's my thing though. This is the slightly different approach when we have the betting.
When we're talking you're trying to bring in logic. You're trying to make something sound like it makes sense.
No, when we're talking about betting though, I feel like my guys in the 40s, 50s, 60s are basically the same thing. Like That's where I feel like from a betting standpoint, I can bet the same guy with the same implied odds, essentially, in my mind, not on the books, but the same chances to win as Chris Kirk, but at twice the price. That's my problem. That's why I have a hard time. Even Aaron Wise, a guy who I love. I love Aaron Wise. But is Aaron Wise all that different than, freaking Hayden Buckley in this, at 66 to 1
I
or
mean, not really.
Ben on at 60
I
to
mean,
1?
there's a lot of guys at the top of this board. I just feel like you got to put up. It's like the odds makers are sitting there and like, well, I don't know. I guess I gotta put somebody
Somebody's
inside 25 to 1. So we'll do Chris Kirk. We'll do Aaron Wise.
one of my
We'll throw in Denny McCarthy.
my favorite line, and my 12-year-old son's favorite line thus far, we're through like 6 episodes of Netflix Full Swing, is when Joel Damon in his episode says, I mean, if somebody's got to be the 70th ranked golfer in the world, it might as well be me. Like
Yeah.
it does feel like, I mean, who could I make it at 28 to 1, 25 to 1? Could it be Chris Kirk? Sure. Could it have been, Ben on, who's got a great record here and lives out here? And I still would have been like, okay, no, I'm not taking Ben on, but I'll take him at 60 to 1. I don't know. It's hard to pull the trigger on a guy at 25 to 1 when you feel like there's not a gap. There's not a wide enough gap between them and the guys at 40, 50, 60 to 1 that you could just load up on and have more outs. That's how I'm kind of going about it. But I do like Chris Kirk as a whole here. I do.
Well, let's move into those.
Yeah,
those
I
guys.
love it. The next range, I have a ton of names. I need to make decisions here. Johnny Vegas at 37 to 1 on FanDuel, to me, is the first. Well, shit, now he's still FanDuel 37 to 1. To me, that's the first like short number that I actually want to take, because at least I know the ball striking is there. The tremendous record at Honda's there. He's in decent form. He just sucks. He can't putt. But hey, blind squirrel finds a nut every now and then. He hits the putter. We're golden. It just feels decent enough with Johnny V. That's the first one for sure.
I like Johnny V too. Totally with you there. So I don't need to expound upon that. Here's a guy that I like in this range, DV. I think Thomas Dietrich at 40 to 1 is worth a play in here.
We talked about him in the first look show this morning. I don't mind it. We talked about him. I think I talked him up.
He played well last week. I like that. You look across the board. I mean, I looked at bogey avoidance if I'm looking at some stats, because I do want to take some guys that just don't make a lot of mistakes. He doesn't. Yeah. He's number 1 in bogey avoidance. He's top 15. He putts well in Bermuda. Good ball striker. So I like Dietrich there. I think 40 to 1 is a good number. And there's a little bit of there's a little confusion here with the odds guys, okay? Because they got him at 30 to 1 on several books, but then BetMGM has him at 40 to 1.
Yeah. He was at 41 this morning.
So
I don't mind Dietrich. I mean, a first timer can win here. Like, it doesn't.
Absolutely.
You don't.
They don't have all the demons inside their brain about the tour.
That's true. I don't mind the Dietrich play. I kind of like Adrian Meronk 45 to 1 on MGM. And then I'm torn between, I need to narrow this range down. Dude, this 60 to 66 to 1 kind of spot is really where I've got to make decisions. I like Robbie Shelton. I like Ben Griffin. I like Ben On. I like Will Gordon. And I like Hayden Buckley. And those are all from 60 to 66 to 1. Buckley and Gordon. Buckley on PointsBet. Gordon on MGM. Last I checked at 66 to 1. I know Buckley just had a bad week, but it doesn't, it kind of matters, but immediate form doesn't matter. But Buckley's been playing well, right? Buckley's been hitting it well. He's a great total driver of the ball. 29 at Phoenix, almost could have won the Sony, or had a chance to win the Sony. Buckley's enticing to me. I think if I had to throw one out right off the bat, I think I throw out God, I hate doing this. I kind of want to bet all these guys. Which one of those do you like the least?
Buckley, Will Gordon, who else?
Ben
On
Griffin, and Robbie Shelton.
probably probably Griffin.
Really?
Yeah.
No way.
Mhm.
What? He's like one of my favorites. Why would it be Griffin?
I'd probably go Hayden Buckley over Griffin. I'd go Will Gordon over Griffin. Maybe Ben On.
Dude, Ben G has been playing lights out, and now he's back on Bermuda. He's southeast, baby. He's on Bermuda.
I
He's
just
chipping and putting off Bermuda. He's doing this. By the way, I got my stand-up desk, so I'm standing. I can do stuff. You know, I can do the whole. All right, I'm leaving, Pat. See ya.
I mean, where's Ben? I mean, Ben Griffin, what is he? I mean, yeah, he's been okay.
He's killing it.
Not really. I mean, not really.
God dang, I was gonna say Gordon might be the first one out for me.
I think if I'm thinking about the guy that could scare me the most, it would be Will Gordon. But then if it's Honda, he could just jump up and win.
Well, yeah, I mean, they all could, but I mean, if you had to pick one, I
Gordon probably does scare me the most. Is like I just because of his form.
I think it's Griffin, Benon, Shelton, Buckley, Gordon for me. And they're all in that range. I love this range. So I'm going to pound that range, which we pounded it this morning in the First Look show. We had a great conversation in the First Look show. Found a lot of good numbers on these guys. Found some longer numbers on these guys. So if you're not getting in on that, that's because you're not in the Nut Hut. And it is what it is. I hate to tell you. I'm sorry. By the way, don't forget the Masters contest is going on. You can get $500 in free merch from the Masters. That's right. Free merch from the Masters. Basically, if you win, we're going to get a wish list from you and your sizes and your address. Me and Pat are going to go to the Masters. We're going to go in the pro shop. We're going to shop for you for all of those things. We're going to get what we can. We're going to spend around $500. We're going to ship it to your dang door because you can't get there and we can. And all you got to do to win that is go to Apple Podcast, leave a 5-star review. Go to Spotify, leave a 5-star review if you've not already. And then if you're on Apple, you also have to leave a written review. You can't leave a written review on Spotify, but you can leave a written review on Apple Podcasts. Talk about something you like about the show, something you like about Pat, something you like about me. Be nice, be positive. That helps us. It doesn't cost you anything but a couple minutes, and you have a chance to win $500 in Masters merch. We're going to pick a winner just a couple weeks before the Masters. Get your wish list and your sizes and do your shopping for you. So you're welcome. Make sure you tap into that. Pat, do you have any other names in this range, or we need to move on?
Let's move on.
Long range, up to 130 to 1. Some bombs here that we like. And then we're going to get into some more, the super bombs. And then we're going to get into our top 20 locks. I'm ready for those. Who do we like here?
Well, there's a few in here I think you could take. There are some bombs in here. One is Aaron Baddeley, 150 to 1.
Whoa.
Bads is kind of one of those guys that I feel like just plays difficult courses well.
But do we trust his ball striking? Isn't his ball striking like horrendous? He worries me from like a hit it in the water situation.
He does, but the guy's been playing well. When you look at just, like a long odds guys, he's made a lot of cuts recently, had a top 10 at the Sony Open.
He last played here in 2006, Pat.
Yeah, but
who was president in 06?
I think that was Obama.
I thought Obama got elected in 08.
Maybe he's 08.
Dude, that's a long time ago. That's last time
really
Badly played here.
You know what, though? If you're talking about, like, stats, I mean, he's 4th in bogey avoidance.
Great short game, obviously. Great short.
36 in putting in this field.
Mm-hmm.
He does miss. He misses some fairways.
I will say, if you look at the trend, God dang, dude, Badly has been on the PGA Tour for a long time. Fantasy
Long time.
National has 453 logged tournaments for Aaron Badley. Okay. Off the tee and on approach in that time span, so all time, he's -1 in both categories. Last 5 tournaments off the tee, -0.5 a stroke, approach 0, dead even. So you could say the ball striking is trending nicely.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it is. He's been playing well.
Weirder things have happened.
Um,
Okay.
you go, and then I might have a couple more here.
Eric Van Rooyen is tempting to me. I
Oh
know.
gosh, that guy
What?
scares. Man,
What? What? He's
I,
he's he's 80 to 1. I think we got him at 90 this morning. He loves him some hard golf courses. Decent. Oh, dang, dude. Wait a minute. No, he's dropping. Whoa. He's 110 on DraftKings, 60 on FanDuel, 80 on MGM. Damn, hit that on DraftKings, dog. 110 to 1 EVR. Like some tough courses.
mm,
Plays well in the wind, plays well difficult courses. He's not terrible on Bermuda. Ball striking hasn't been bad to start the year. 6th place at the Amex just a couple of weeks ago. I like EVR. I like Grayson Sigg. Talked about him on the DFS show. I mean, I'm like Ben Griffin. I'm happy to see Sigg back on Bermuda, back in the Southeast. That's best for him. Now, like Straka last year, he hasn't really been close to winning yet, but I think he could. The ball striking is that good. He's going to hit a lot of greens in regulation, and he is tremendous on tight Bermuda lies, chipping. Tremendous. So I'll go Siggy. And then lastly, right at that 130 to 1 spot, the South African Dylan Fratelli. T16 here last year, T11 in 2018, T58 in 2020. He's made 3 of his last 5 cuts at Honda. Missed cut last week, but it's because his putting was terrible. POA, who cares? 14th at the Waste Management, 37th at the Farmers. Ball striking's been solid. He's known as kind of a long hitter with a great short game. Long term, best putting surface is Bermuda. Does well on average to difficult golf courses and in the wind, which we're going to have some of that at the Honda. I like Dylan Fratelli. I think he can get it done, 130 to 1.
yeah, here's a couple guys that I think are interesting to me, TB. What do you think about if you go with a few Corn Ferry guys that are actually still playing Corn Ferry? Like, what about Akshay Bhatia? Or what about Pearson Cootie?
I'd rather have Pearson right now, dude. He's hot. The Cootie, give me the case of the Cooties.
I mean, the guy's 180 to 1 on DK and has won. He's been all over the place. He'll miss a cut on the Corn Ferry and then he wins. And he's so super talented.
Yeah, he is.
I'm gonna start getting. You know what's gonna happen is Cootie and then his brother. Doesn't he have a brother that's
Yeah, it's some other yuppie name like Princeton or something.
Yeah, they're both gonna be on this tour at the same time, and I'm gonna get them confused every single time. That's what's gonna happen. It's down the line. The Cooties are gonna confuse me. I'm gonna have Cootie confusion.
I am hammered. What are you drinking? Are you still drinking beer?
Yes, but I don't know why Cootie confusion just maybe.
That's a great alliteration. That is great.
Okay. Anyway, that's all I got in this. It's so hard, man. Pay attention to I think our betting cards are going to be fire this week. Wait till they come out.
Yeah, I think mine's going out tomorrow, by the way. Speaking of, yes, what I don't know that, but me and Pat did create something. We spun the bet. We're going to be spinning the betting wheel next week, but we're going to spin it on the DFS show, which is weird. We're gonna spin the wheel because we each made lineups in the DFS show of guys we know the other person hates, but we're gonna play, and the lineups are gonna go head to head, and the loser has to spin the wheel. So heads up on that. Pat still owes us a provocative, sexy picture on Instagram or Twitter for losing the last one. All right, is that it in the 130 to 1 range?
Yep.
Okay, bombs over 130 to 1. Now, what's crazy?
I kind of just gave 2 by accident, but
you did?
Anyway, yeah.
I mean, this is where a lot of the winners have come from the last few years. But I could only really narrow it down to a couple. Like, I couldn't quite get there on some of these guys. I don't know what's happening. I don't know if like the lines are sharper or what's going on, but I couldn't quite get there. I like this is a guy I talked about on the DFS show, and it's a name that I have not mentioned all year, but he's playing well. If you look at his Corn Ferry Tour, he's a rookie. If you look at his Corn Ferry Tour season, hits the ball a long way, great green and regulation numbers, great around the green numbers. Sam Stevens is 180 to 1 on DraftKings. Played at Oklahoma State University, good in the wind. You got to be. Played at, OSU. I like him. Another OSU guy, friend of the podcast, interviewed him. Austin Eckroat is 230 to 1 on FanDuel. I know Austin likes hard courses. Know that he likes courses where, par is your friend. He said on the podcast, he said, I'm going to shoot a 3 under on a solid day, whether it's an easy course or a hard course. And so he likes the hard courses. Love that about Eckroat. And then I think this guy went to Oklahoma State too a long time ago. So this is a trio of Oklahoma State players. Did Kevin Tway play at Oklahoma State?
I believe he did. I think you're right. Yeah.
250 to 1. Kevin Tway's playing well, hits it a long way. I'll go Kevin Tway. I had a hard time with kind of like nailing it down on this range.
Well, I got 2 in here that I think we can look at.
Oh,
One we both can't stand
sick.
for a myriad of reasons.
Yeah.
But Ryan Moore is at 250 to 1.
Oh, dude, I do not want to see Ryan Moore win a golf tournament.
I'm just telling you, man. The guy's been playing better lately. Showed up and got a top 15, I believe, at Pebble Beach a couple of weeks ago. What did he do at Pebble? He was, he was top 10 at Pebble. Which this is a guy that does, he's like, just kind of a short, stumpy dude. Hits a lot of fairways. Does this kind of thing out here. He's Michael Thompson won here a lot. Like Michael Thompson won here twice, I believe. Didn't he?
No way. Did he really?
Yeah, I think he did.
No. Is that real?
Check that.
Somebody check that.
Maybe once.
I don't know if I believe that. Did he really?
Can't we check it?
Oh, no, I'm not looking at it right now. I'm doing something else.
All right, here's another one that I know you like. Satoshi Kodaira is at 250 to 1. This is a guy that checks if you're looking at stats.
No, I like Satoshi.
He is going to check some boxes. He can't putt worth a damn.
No.
But the guy can. I mean, he's a good ball striker. Doesn't make a whole lot of mistakes. Just applies his like. If you're just going to plod your way around the golf course and make pars and make a few birdies here and there, that can win this golf tournament. I like Satoshi Kodaira, 250 to 1.
Damn. Okay. All right. Well, let's get to it. Let's get to our top 20 plays. 2 locks, 1 bomb, over 4 to 1 each. Now, to recap last week, Pat, you were 0 for 3. It was not great for you. But that's why you have the butterfly on your face. We're going to turn that around. Both of my locks hit. My bomb did not. Jason Day plus 165, Ricky Fowler plus 210. Both finished top 20. Now, Ricky Fowler did finish T20 and had to split that. You probably had to split it. Dead heat rules suck. Although I think BetMGM does not have dead heat rules, so you get the full payout. Before we get into this, I do have to remind people to get in the Nut Hut because even though Pat's kind of slumping, I said this on the show, on the DFS show, people are still winning a lot of money in the Nut Hut. Guy messaged Aaron, was it Aaron or Adam? Last week messaged me in the Nut Hut. DB, I got a $50 free bet on this account, on this website. I want to bet this long shot. What should I do? I said, no, put on John Rahm, dude. You got $50. Put that shit on John Rahm. Well, you know who's happy today? He is. He's happy because John Rahm won. Okay. We're still helping people make money. I had a tremendous prize picks week. 15x prize picks play on round 3. Thank you very much. That's 15 to 1, basically, essentially. It was like maybe 14 to 1. 14 to 1 prize picks play on Thursday or on round 3. Another like 2 or 3 to 1 play on round 4. Showdown people killed it. I think round 2 or round 3, we had a really good showdown week. Ton of people in the Nut Hut posting winning screenshots. Damn, John Sayers giving out winning hockey plays and stuff, dude. We got NBA. He hit a 6 of 6 in NBA on Prize Picks for 20x or something. Just get in there. It's the best betting community there is. Sure, it's predominantly golf. We do everything though. Everybody's in there. It's the best community you got. Link in the description. Watch the 12-minute YouTube video in the description that shows you everything that you're missing in the Nut Hut. Okay, we're going to save you valuable time and research. You're going to get access to all the live chats. The Monday morning first look live chat is key every week. We had Max Homa all over that one last week at 25, 22 to 1. You get the Wednesday lunchtime chat with me. You get the Wednesday night chat with me and Pat. You're missing out. Get in there. All right, top 20 locks. Here we go. Pat,
Yeah.
my top 20s. We've talked about both of these guys. Well, I'm going to go a little longer on one. All right. Chris Kirk plus 130. I mean, if I'm looking at the top of the board right now, and at the time of recording this, DraftKings is the only one that's got any odds out. So we may be able to get better numbers on these guys. But Kirk is 130. If I want to feel like there's any kind of lock here, I'm going to say it's Kirk with the form and the record and the value there, the plus money. I mean, sure, Sung Jae. Maybe the smart play is Lowry at minus 115. I don't know, but I hate doing that. I got to give a plus number. So I'm going Chris Kirk plus 130. And then I'm going on the guy that you're kind of dogging, and I don't understand it, but I'm going Ben Griffin plus 260. The kid's just playing so good. And I know he's happy to be back on Bermuda. I'm happy he's happy. I'm going Ben Griffin. He played way better on the West Coast swing than I thought he would. When I interviewed him, I said, what are the courses you're not looking forward to playing? And he was like, anything with POA. So like the dude loves Bermuda. He's all in on Bermuda. Here we are. Ball striking's been there. Short game's there. Talented player. I like Ben Griffin at plus 260. And my bomb is a guy who, again, I've already talked about as an outright, but I'm going Grayson Sigg at 4 to 1. It's kind of hard to make the bomb a 6 or 7 to 1 name because it's just dogs down here. It's just really ugly. But 4 to 1 on the button. Grayson Sigg, another Southern boy, Southeastern boy, happy to be back on Bermuda, happy to be back on the East Coast, I'm sure. Gonna hit a lot of greens and red, get up and down when he can't. I'll go G-Sig.
Okay. How did I not? I didn't have Willie Z last week. I went off. I had him written down, and I'm just looking at last week's. I thought I
Did
had
not
Willie.
mention Willie Z.
All right, I should have. That would have been an easy one. All right. So, let's start with
I mean, you may have
locks.
mentioned him, but he wasn't in your top 20
Final.
locks.
Yeah. All right, 2 locks here. All right, I'm gonna go with Thomas Dietrich plus 165 as a top 20.
I don't hate that.
Go with him. And then I'm gonna go with
By the way,
go, please.
I was going to say, YouTube comment, give us an outright bomb at 100 to 1 or longer. Who do you like? Because it's probably going to be 100 to 1. It's a Honda. We're getting weird.
Yeah.
Give us a comment. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Listen, it's a gentleman's agreement here with YouTube. Gentleman's agreement.
Yeah, I'd like to go Johnny Vegas, but I think I'm going to go a little shorter than Dietrich DB, and I'm going to go Harris English at plus 150.
Can you not hear me? I was in the middle of talking about something. Are you good?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, were you not listening?
I was listening. I thought you were done.
I said this is a gentleman's agreement. I was about to get into something.
Oh, what is it? What's the agreement?
It's a gentleman's agreement, okay? Or possibly you're a lady watching us. We appreciate you ladies that watch us, but sometimes you walk into a bank, and you may see a sucker. And the sucker may be there, and then they say, hey, drop a little change for, this thing, this cause, right? And it's an honor system, gentleman's agreement, right? You have to drop a little bit of thing in there to pull the sucker out, put it in your mouth. If you pull the sucker out, put it in your mouth, and you don't drop anything in there, you're kind of a sleazeball. And same thing here. This content, gentleman's agreement, all it costs is a little subscribe. If you've watched more than one of our videos, subscribe to the channel on YouTube. Gentlemen's Agreement, honor system. We trust that you'll do it. All you got to do is hit the subscribe button. That way you know when we go live. You know when we drop a new video. It's happening all the time. Gentlemen's Agreement, honor system situation. All you owe us is just hit that little subscribe button. Bing, bong. You're done. Okay, now, what did you say? Johnny Vegas?
No.
Oh.
I said I was thinking about Johnny Vegas for my lock top 20, but I'm going to go with Harris English at plus 150. Harris
English is plus 150?
Yeah.
That seems too short to me. All right, who's your bomb? You got Dietrich in English. Who's your bomb? 4-1 or longer?
All right, the bomb is going to be. Hang on, let me touch the butterfly. Let me touch Honda. Honda, where are you thinking? Where are you thinking?
Dude, you know what's sad is next year, no Honda. You know, no more Honda.
Yeah,
she gone.
Man, there's a part of me that wants to do somebody like an Aaron Baddeley in here, but I just feel like that's a little too much. I just feel like that's.
You want to do Aaron Baddeley?
No, I don't. You
like Aussies?
I tell you what. Top 20. Bomb at plus 400.
Okay. Qualifies.
Ben Taylor.
Oh, I don't mind that.
Ben Taylor plus 400.
I don't mind that. I like Ben Taylor.
Yeah.
I like that. All right. There's the top 26 pack. There's the Honda betting show. Honda the Butterfly. Pat's going to have a resurgence. Be on the lookout for that betting card this week. Feeling good about it. We've got a great record here, folks. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the Nut Hut. We'll see you next week. We got another elevated event, API, then the players. God, it's going to be cool. The golf season is just
it's about to get
so good.
Yeah.
Before we know it's going to be Masters Week. We're going to do the player show live together from Pat's house. Together. Then we're probably going to do the Master Show live at my house right here. It's going to be great, Pat. You excited?
I'm pumped.
Okay.
Honda's pumped.
Honda's okay.
I wish I could make my butterfly fly.
Okay. Bend over your bookie and make your butterflies fly. See ya. Out.